Really?
dkgWELP. Funny news joke. Let me know. Funny dkg.
And that has been your show. I'm glad we tested that. All right, now I know where I'm supposed to come in. Oh shit! Oh my god, ladies and gentlemen, holy shit!
Right on.
Welcome to as all those songs just said. dkgWELP, the Drunk Kids Gaming Podcast. I'm King Kaz. That is Curly. I know this is a little bit different for you, those of you who don't pay a fucking attention.
I know who you are. I'm pulling your cards right now. Some of you fucking people acted like you listened to that last episode, and then you come asking questions that were answered in that episode. I know who you is. Okay, don't think you can slide by. You got to do the homework if you're gonna get by in this class. But yeah, we got some new assets to try, new bits to try, new everything to try, and a whole new energy to go along with it. So yeah, Gabby, I see what you're doing.
Speaking of new shit, we just had this thought, and now I'm clarifying this. Should we renumber?
If we're gonna renumber, we might as well fucking RSS feed. I mean, right? No, that's dumb. Can you renumber? Does the numbering even matter? The way that it goes into the pod feeders, I add the number, so technically it could just go. Has anyone else done that? Do y'all listen to podcasts? Has anyone just been like, or do we just do what some other people do? And now that I'm thinking about it, I've seen, hey, welcome to season 2, everybody.
we're just randomly as fuck.
2.5 years later, you've made it. You can get the full last season on Netflix. Binge it if you want. It's 2.5 years of content, roughly 500 or 600 hours of entertainment right there for you, free on the internet. Season 2 coming at you hard. Volume 2 even. Volume 2, season 2. Season 1, episode 2. Oh Christ! Yeah, I don't know if you missed all of the episode previously, or if this is
kind of down. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of down with volume 2.
Yeah, why not? I'm down. I mean, shit. It's not like it's like, oh no, we're torpedoing the moneymaker. What do we do? We might not have jobs. No, it's fine.
No. See, this is how we do this. I'm all down for I'm all down for a prequel.
Fuck, it's a prequel. Let's go. Kaz is replaced with a puppet.
Overload people first. But yeah, no. So yeah, that's actually all right. That's something we will do in the future. Maybe not this episode. I like this episode being episode 99, and then instead of rolling around the 100, we roll around the volume 2.
Nah, straight up. I have a better idea. Every episode from now on is episode 99. Like a 29-year-old white woman, just never grows.
Never change. Yeah.
60 years later.
I've hung out with a few of those. Oh, you want to come out to my birthday? No, I'm turning 29.
Bitch, you've been 29 for 3 years.
I went to your birthday last year. Don't talk about it. Oh, okay. All right.
I mean, I guess JVZ's done the bit before already, but we're in forever test stream mode at this point. We're in this is just a webcam test. This is fine.
Always learning, always evolving.
Yeah. So so again, if this is your first episode, or if this is where you jump in because you see that fat new volume 2 sticker on the front of the podcast, or however we choose to brand it, we took a little break last week to discuss what we're going to do in the future of the show and kind of retool everything. And this is the first sort of test the waters, kind of get your feet wet, kind of feel for it. As you can notice, I've currently been left up to my own devices for artwork and scenes, so you get Photoshop and a little bit of
also these spaces down here. Totally open for advertising. I'm not, hey, you know what I mean?
$100 slots. all around the bottom.
Whoa,
$100.
okay.
$1 a pixel,
You're-
guys.
You're
$1 a pixel
overvaluing us.
per week.
Oh god.
At an LDG, yeah. No, yeah. So I wanted to say this for sure in an actual full episode. Actual call to arms. I'm looking for anyone that is willing to spend their time without getting paid. I'm sorry, unemployed. Tooling around with what you'd want to see as the setup here. Cameras don't have to be 16:9. We've decided that we don't necessarily need that. I honestly am pushing for more of a minimalistic feel. But come at me with what you got if you want to see. I will gladly exposure credit you on the notes for every episode.
Oh.
I know. I'm sorry. Maybe I'll find some money in the budget to throw your way or something, or I don't know. I'll fucking take care of your cat on a weekend or something.
We will find a way to compensate if you so seek it. If not, then that is very much welcome to very poor motherfuckers who like to make content on the internet and haven't hit that mountain yet. We're still climbing, dog. We're actually still at base camp. Actually, we haven't left the car. So
I'll do a live stream with you or something. I don't know, whatever you need to push your shit. I'll come play Chucklefuck fucking Jackbox with your fucking kids.
Maybe we could do. Maybe we take one of these bits we've always joked about and do a fucking PBS fucking. money raise.
I mean, yeah. It's not even like, because you guys are, and you guys are aware of it. I won't try to ever hide it, but you guys pay me well for the shit that I do. More than I'd ever imagined I'd be making from the internet. And so that money is definitely something that I always want to, or I always do throw back into the show in regards to actual hardware and equipment, but I don't have any problems paying for artwork and whatnot. But for those that know me currently in my life, it's a little bit in flux right now, so I'm a little worried about spending money I may not have in a month or down the road. When things stabilize, I'm glad to throw some money at people. So we don't.
Yeah, I'm always down to throw money. It's just you also got to realize I throw money at a lot of things that I shouldn't. So like, I just bought like a fucking $200 fucking camera lens. I
thought you were gonna say something like some fucking pre-ripped pants or some fucking fashion jeans and shit, or fucking some backwards ass hat or something.
Well, no. I pour a lot of money into my other content creation like things like Instagram ads, camera lenses, artistic camera straps, because the one that comes with the camera isn't good enough for me. All right, I need one designed by a 14-year-old girl who is an Instagram influencer. All right, has over fucking 100,000 followers, and she makes all of her things out of things she finds in her mom's purse.
Just a bunch of baby metal pins on the strap, some pop art and some figurines, little. I don't know what the hell you're into, man. I know everything you're into. It's great. So there are gonna be some new and some old in the show, and enjoy if you don't mind. It's still gonna go up in the same feed. I'm not. I was joking about that. I'm not gonna throw and destroy the feed or anything like that, because God knows it took long enough to create, and it fucking works, and it shows up in your damn pod feeder. And all of the other podcatchers in the world have already archived it and checked it out, so it knows. I know that's everywhere. I know the podcast goes everywhere, and it works. So yeah, that's great. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm gonna kick right over into our usual first segment, which I still want to keep the same, or at least same style, where we talk about random news bullshit that's on the internet. So if you don't mind, I'm gonna find out where that button is on my stream deck. There it is.
dkgWELP.
Let's fill that knowledge hole.
With Kaz and Carly's news bag.
Bob, a DKG tote bag would look exactly like the album art. It's just the album art on it. It's not even like ironed on or stitched in. It is a piece of paper taped to a fucking Walmart tote bag, just over the Walmart logo.
So he's going down the NPR, like, would you call in now and you can get yourself a new AM/FM crank solar radio from NPR with our new NPR logo on it. Don't ever get caught when the power's out. You'll be able to have our emergency broadcast radio, as well as our I'm a Nerd water bottle, BPA free, with the hot new NPR, the newest NPR. You'll be the talk of the town when you come around with your NPR water bottle from our newest fundraiser. Anyway, while we're on the subject of not going into the news bag, do we like the album art? I made it kind of as like a drunken reaction to someone saying it wasn't flashy enough, and I threw our fucking faces on it and used Leon's like neon gradient fucking whelp logo, and no one complained. So I just kept using it. I think it's okay, but the things that I like, you guys usually hate.
I've been fine with it because it's kind of two of our memeier faces, and I think that just kind of gives you an understanding of the show. Like, could it be better? Yeah, but I mean,
Whelp,
I'm
you know?
not gonna fucking kind of goes with the flow.
That works for me.
It's all right. Hold on, shut the fuck up, Chimera. It's not that we don't have friends now. It's just we invite them over less. All right. God damn, bro. It's not a party every weekend. All right. My mom's home now.
Yes. If we want to continue talking about more of the changes and whatnot, which you could see in the previous episode if you checked it out, is that we're going to focus more on allowing the show to be more loose, if that's even possible. We had when it didn't seem like we did, but we were very stuck on a stringent setup that needed to be filled every week, and it became more and more stressful and frustrating to try to fill every week. So we're now loose and goose with it. Majority of the time, you're going to have the podcast be just me and Kaz talking about stuff and trying to one up each other in funniness. Other times, we might bring on a guest to talk about video games. We might bring on a guest to talk about art. We might, whatever comes our way. And sometimes Kaz will just make a noise like he just ate a whole gallon of milk and ice cream.
Bro, I got a couple of like extra tabs open because, as you know, I do a sports podcast, sportsoddsandends.com, with my good friend JVZ. And the NBA playoffs is happening, and I just kind of am trying to keep up with the scores. All right.
So what you're telling me is, one, you're going to advertise your other podcasts on the show majority of the time, and two, you're just watching sports right now.
I'm not watching sports. I'm literally watching numbers. But no, let's do news.
I'm going to play the bumper again.
dkgWELP.
Let's fill that knowledge hole.
With Kaz and Carly's news bag.
Meow.
So this is a story I like to retitle.
All about how
What's the problem? What's the problem with this? So a man in Detroit went on a 5-day drug binge. Okay, hear me out. As far as I know, from my 2 seconds of reading the story, he didn't kill anyone. He ain't hurt nobody. He ain't do shit, except for the fact that when the cops found 30-year-old James Johnson,
fake name,
probably, he was wearing a woman's bra, carrying a sack of potatoes to his hotel room, which he said he was going to fill the bathtub with and lay in.
Well, he got arrested?
I don't see a fucking problem. Yeah, he was missing for fucking 5 days.
I got stuck on the bra and potatoes thing. What happened with everything dumped right after that happened. What?
He was on a 5-day drug binge, and when police found him, he had on a woman's bra, which I don't know why you got to specify, but he was wearing a woman's bra, and he had a sack of potatoes that he was planning on filling up the bathtub of his hotel room with.
Well, that's what the story he told, right? Okay. I mean,
that's what the evidence showed.
I mean, I'll make up some excuses sometimes, and I'm gonna. Was it a drug binge or a drunk binge? I didn't hear you on that one.
Drug
okay,
binge.
There you go. Yeah,
so the thing is, right, when a judge asked him why he was filling a bathtub up with potatoes, he just said it felt like the right thing to do at the time.
So that's a smart answer for your judge, because you have to imagine at that point he's sobered up. When the cops asked him, he was like, "How dare you? I'm going to fill a bathtub with these potatoes, of course. You silly people." I mean, you could ask me why I squash coolers when I'm drunk, but I never have an answer for you at the time. It just felt like the right thing to do at the time. That's good. Hey man, no. I mean, I guess if you're lost, the police have to deal with you. That means you're wasting resources. Other than that, I mean, you're not hurting anybody. You can dress up whenever you want and go fucking bathtub with whatever fucking potatoes you want.
Well, so they also said they found him with an assortment of drugs.
Well, okay.
An assortment of drugs, including ecstasy, 5-MABP. What the fuck is that? That's literally what it's called. 5-MAPB. and MDMA, and then 2 other psychedelic substances.
There it is. The psychs. Ooh. Ooh. Now I need to know what it feels like to drop acid and play with potatoes. Like this guy may be on to something. You don't know. You don't know.
Here's the thing, right? With all the other news that we have, school shootings, deaths, all this other shit. You know what? He did drugs and he didn't fucking hurt a soul, as far as we know. He didn't hurt a goddamn person. He just wore ladies' undergarments and wanted to bathe in potatoes.
They're just undergarments. And yeah, do whatever you want with potatoes.
Yes, undergarments. Yeah. Which I'm assuming he bought. I don't even think he stole the potato. The man bought the potatoes while he was high. He was just like, is that a 10 pound? Okay,
dude,
how much? $8.95.
Like,
okay.
I mean, I have a genuine respect for anyone that can do society functions while on anything. Like, I mean, I've grown the ability to get through most social situations while drunk. But I can't handle a pizza delivery if I've been too high. Like, it's not happening. I can't imagine what it's like to be on some psychs.
Okay, so Sunbun says whatever the fuck that shit is called is just like a less strong version of MDMA.
Yeah, like there are times where I've been like, okay,
it's MDMA, but I got shit to do.
There's times where I've had the old pot and been like, well, this is really going to kick in like 2 hours. We better order the pizza now, because if it gets here too late, that man is going to have a hard time with us.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to be, he's either going to have a really good time, or we're going to give him way too much money, or we're going to like, I get, whatever. It's fine. I don't do drugs. Don't do drugs, kids.
Pretty sure I lost most of my money in that restaurant, like, rather than at like a crap stable or something.
Well, I mean, drunk me gets a little too generous. I'm like, man, they were so fucking nice. I can tip like 12, right? And they're like, the whole bill was $10. Why are you tipping $12? Like, it's not, doesn't make any sense. I'm like, but they were so nice. Like, they deserve it.
They only came over to the table once. I don't
didn't speak to me at all.
Hopefully. Oh my god.
Fan-fucking-tastic. So I don't know if this is really that great of a story, but the fact that the FDA had to actually put this fucking out there is the thing that I find funny. They had the Food and Drug Administration recently had to put out an article that warns people that, hey, bros, you can do all the other like homeopathic stuff in the world, but we just want to really put out there to warn you that sunscreen pills don't work on your body. Because it's not blocking the sun from your skin. They just want to reiterate that, if it's not some kind of applied thing in a spray or a stick or a lotion, it's not protecting you against the sun. So don't pop your sunscreen pill and go die, because it's gonna happen. FDA, I don't want to put words in the FDA's mouth, Chimera. Okay, you know what? They don't say this way or that way on things, but there are lots of companies that are illegally marketing and selling pills labeled as blocking of sun exposure and whatnot.
As Sunbun just said, we're just always in the wrong market.
I know. Why aren't we selling DKG sunscreen pills? Like, come on. I'll put my fucking face on a pill. Let's go. Like,
I could produce a commercial right now.
Yeah, I'll convince you as.
Oh God, it's so. Oh, my skin. No, it's burning. But wait. fucking Mentos. Like, now I can go out in the sun all day. Like, works up to 47 seconds at a time.
Some of these names are genius, though. Solaricare. What? Come on. That all the money went into marketing on that guy. Sunergized, Sun Energetic.
Oh,
But yeah, what I do love about the FDA is they actually, and I'm putting words in their mouth. They're not saying that they don't work. They're just saying these pills haven't met FDA standards yet. So they're very careful when they. Because you don't know, right? It could be some magic fucking alien pill that you fucking.
you never know. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows?
Put the layer of fucking coating over your whole body. Some goddamn capsule corp fucking Bulma shit. You fucking put the house around you.
Like does it come? I don't.
Right? You turn blue. It's good times.
Oh man! All right. We need to make, but I'm sure it already exists. Bug spray pills, or no. Don't call them bug spray pills. Bug repellent pill. It emits from your skin something that bugs don't like, so mosquitoes will never bite you.
Well, just you've heard of subsonic sounds that you can't hear, but the bugs can. So this pill vibrates in your colon, and no bugs come at you anymore. It works. It's science, guys. Here, I'm gonna play the sound now. That's gonna get rid of bugs. You didn't hear it, did you?
Are there any bugs near you?
Yeah. Are you covered in roaches? Fucking works. $5 a pill.
$5. Holy shit! I'm down with this.
For $3 a month, you can get my pay for YouTube channel that just nonstop plays that sound. It'll keep all the bugs away. You just leave your computers on, and it's gonna be good. Now we're just gonna start chilling at this point. It was DKG Volume 2, where we make the big bucks.
Oh my god! All right, so speaking of the big bucks, we have been talking about China's progressive, just like technology shit, and I think we talked about this, or maybe we talked about this in Discord, but the fact that they were talking about making like facial recognition to catch people and do shit.
Oh, pre-crime stuff? Where like they look like they're a fucking criminal?
Oh yeah, fucking Minority Report.
That's just called skin color, right? I mean,
Except here's the thing: is they used it and they arrested someone. So, in China, a giant concert by
blame China. It's not my fault, Curtis. Sorry.
Very popular Chinese artist was happening, which had this AI assisted facial recognition technology, and they were able to catch a concert goer who was also a fugitive.
Did it just match them in the database of fugitives?
Yep.
So that's not pre-crime.
No, it's not pre-crime, but it is. It's
I mean, because
it's a computer looking at everyone, going, no.
So I'm getting fearful of the day that I'm gonna be sitting here and Alexa's gonna go off and be like, I know you're thinking about downloading illegal shit right now, and I've already called the cops, so fucking you should start running. It's gonna happen.
We've searched your porn history. That girl wasn't old enough. It's not my fault.
I think the thing is like no one wants the police to get really good like auto crime handling situations. Like no one wants to be like, well, you can't go into your home anymore. It's been locked up because you didn't pay that parking ticket 2 weeks ago. Cops have already seized all of your bank accounts. Like no one wants that shit.
No, I don't. Bro, pre-crime. I'd be in the fucking electrocution chair.
Everyone has deviant thoughts. It doesn't prevent deviation. on seriousness.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, fuck China. Stay away from there. It's a horrible place.
I mean, there's also stories of China of them talking about like having like social bullshit, like social crime, like you gotta fucking be happy, be nice, and shit like that. And if you're not, that fucks with like your standing in China. Like if you're not a good person and you don't constantly have a good rating, they just fucking throw you in the water or some shit. Like like shit like that, bro. Like one bad interaction, like you don't tell one person thank you, and then your fucking your fucking life status drops.
I mean, that's what happens though when you have too much people. Like that's not the you don't you have the too many of the peoples, and so
Yeah.
like when you're playing, like I mean, so yeah, throw it up to like State of Decay, but when it was good, when you starting out and you got 4 people and Martha gets sick, you're in a panic. You're like, we gotta fucking save Martha. Later, when you got 25 people and everyone's complaining about being hungry, you're like, guess Martha stubbed her toe. Might as well just throw her out. Like, I guess she's done.
Yeah.
So yeah, if someone's credit card drops a bit, or someone's Instagram fucking likes don't like, meet the requirements and the standards. It's fucking that's a done person.
No, like so Jen, like it's talking about your whole life status is based not solely on what you do in life, but also how you do it and how you interact with other people and all these other things. So yeah, like your whole social status can drop based on your reputation. Like
Yeah,
fucking
I mean,
straight out fucking.
this is actually the Black Mirror episode, though, right? I mean, like that that did go down in a Black Mirror episode. But then you always what it comes down to, and on a serious talk, is like, hey, so who is the one in charge? Who makes the calls? How do you, argue a point or appeal a decision made by, just maybe Marcus at the gas station misinterpreted the way you looked at him. Okay, so he wrote you up for fucking deviant, mean behavior, and you were just, just having a fucking. You were just, I need to poop. I don't know, fucking like whatever, Like,
Be like, did you just give me a dirty look? No, I didn't. No.
I'm calling the Ministry of Looks. Like,
I'm putting that in here under your fucking thing after your Uber. Like,
so on a lighter note, I found an article, and I just wanted to pose the question to you guys. What is, and this is for chat. If you can do normal emojis in chat, right? Like not just Twitch ones. You can do normal ones. I think
you should be. I don't know.
I don't know, like hot dog and sandwiches or whatever. Or can you not? I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Bro, I'm gonna have a fucking heart attack over here. Oh.
Anyways, I was just wondering what people's favorite emoji combinations to explain sexual acts are, because I know you all got them. The eggplant and the fucking water and whatever comes your way. If you,
I don't think I have any.
You throw some emojis at someone.
No,
I like
just
sunbuns.
say what the fuck I want.
All right. Well, for the millennials out there, BuzzFeed put together a whole bunch of emoji combinations that the kids are using these days, or the best ones that they could find. And I got through like 3 of these and started laughing. So I was like, I'm just going to share it with the internet all at the same time. So as BuzzFeed does say, presented without commentary, because sometimes you don't actually need to even say anything. But you first off, I'm just going to giggle and scroll slowly downward. Like, like some of these are, I mean, I didn't even know a honey jar was an option there, but these made me giggle.
Rocket ship.
Yeah.
Flower. What the pollinization? Fucking. Take it a bed. Okay, with the winky face. All right, that one's a little spot on with that.
Could we title the episode emojis? Is that a possibility? Like, to actually put emojis in the pod feed title?
Oh shit.
This is inbox, outbox, winky face. Come on. Hot dog in the tent. The unlock. Yeah, I like the put your baguette in the purse, peach banana, blowfish eggplant, and onward and onward. I don't even know what the fuck. Oh. I don't know what that one is. What is this guy?
That's that barber shop like swirly thing. I don't know, dog. Sushi. What? Hold on. Fucking bread sushi.
You don't put your baguette between your sushi.
Oh, fish. Okay. Wow, that's rude.
Is this a
That's
chocolate covered
fucking rude.
onion?
No, that's
I don't fucking know onions. I mean, I don't know nuts, apparently. I don't know emojis these days.
pretty sure that's like an almond or a
I'm from the city. I don't fucking look at nuts. I don't know what an acorn is. Or is that an acorn? A walnut?
chocolate covered.
I mean, I was questioning why that would be an emoji. Is that so used enough times?
It's a chocolate covered onion, though.
All right.
In what society would somebody like, two of my favorite things in the fucking world, chocolate onions? Let's mix those together.
It sounds like a fair item. Like you get it at the old Del Mar Fair. Like, oh man, every year I get my favorite chocolate covered onions, deep fried chocolate covered onions.
Fuck. Oh my god, bro.
Right?
No, just
MacBook Pro knows what's up. He's down for the deep fried chocolate covered onions.
Oh,
Those
Lord.
COOs,
Oh,
CCOs. Whatever. Anyways, you can check out the rest of the list in the link that Curtis I think posted earlier. But yeah, I just thought it was funny. I thought I'd share it with you guys. I love it. I love coming up with crafty, downright Darius.
now I'm just trying to figure out the ones that are like gay sex and the ones that are like lesbo sex. Oh,
The chocolate covered
Sushi,
onions,
sushi,
probably
sushi.
that one.
sushi scissors.
Okay.
I can't say the word sushi.
There is the fabulous kissy face chocolate covered donut. Anyways,
Yeah,
there's 69 of them, of course. So enjoy that jaunt down that road.
What is the score? Okay.
Bring it back to football. By the way, Kaz does a podcast called Sports Odds and Ends.
Oh, dude, we are closing in on the end of the basketball season. All right.
Is that the Fantastic Four coming up?
Literally, when I checked,
I mean, the March 4.
It is now 474, and I am upset. Okay, I'm upset.
What is March Madness then? Isn't that already passed? That's like I thought that was like the end of the.
That's college basketball.
Oh, all right. And you're watching
Talking about
adult basketball?
We're talking about the basketball that people paid to do. Yes.
Okay. My bad. So people get all fucking butthurt and like into college basketball? Because March Madness was like the big thing. I thought. All right, whatever.
Yeah.
Save this for the fucking other show that you do. I don't fucking care. When you can have me on that show.
No, I love this bit. I love this bit of you trying to like understand like societal things that you don't understand, which might be a future bit. Yeah,
Fucking
no, I love that
societal
shit.
standard. You're in.
I got my last news story. So I this is fucking ingenuity here, ladies and gentlemen. This is fucking humanity at its best and its brightest. Okay. Police in a Texas town put out a tweet, which I'm assuming they thought would be a joke, but I'm hoping it catches someone. This is a report that you can fill out to report drug dealers, right?
Okay.
Here's where the catch is.
Helping the town.
But it's promoted to other drug dealers. So as a drug dealer, maybe somebody's fucking trying to push in on your territory, or they're selling their shit at a lower price.
So it's
The police are here to help.
it's a fucking snitch narc fucking form. Is this what this is?
No, this is a we will help you get rid of your competition. So attention drug dealers, just verbatim from this thing. I do realize we do not normally see eye to eye, but here at the Rottwell Police Department, we are striving to improve community relations. That also includes you, kissy face emoji.
Donut emoji.
Do you have
Chocolate covered onion emoji.
Do you have a competitor who is stealing your clients? Would your bankroll be that much fatter if they weren't around? You're in luck. Answer the following questions and return the form to us at your convenience, and we will assist in their apprehension.
One, you don't want to be the drug dealer that's returning the form. I mean, who are you going to send in? Like the fucking shitty cousin? Like, yeah, you go take this.
You're assuming these people are smart that would fill this out. Competitor's name is. 2, competitor resides at. 3, competitor drives a. 4, competitor's phone number. If you have your competitor's phone number and they're okay, never mind. Competitor sells, let them know what they sell. Competitor storehouses are, or store hours, I'm sorry. When they operate.
I was going to say, what drug dealer is keeping fucking 9 to 5 store hours? And not to mention a store.
You got your trap house. You don't know what a trap house is?
Christ.
As much trap music as you listen to, I would assume you know what a trap house is.
I'm just saying, hours of operation seems weird for. I mean,
Bro, I got shit to do at fucking 7:30. Okay, I ain't got all day to be fucking selling drugs.
It's like drug dealers Yelp site, profile page, drug dealers LinkedIn. Fair enough. So they're hoping for the prisoner's dilemma here, where everyone snitches on everyone, and then they just have a database full of fucking all the deets for everybody.
Yeah, probably. I'm assuming they're assuming that people are dumb.
Drug dealer's house full of bathtubs with potatoes in them.
Hey, that man with the potatoes was doing no harm to no one.
He wasn't dealing.
Yeah. He was just living his good life. And I'm down with it.
Now I want to fill out a bunch of fake drug dealer reports about friends of mine and just see what happens.
Wow. Fuck, dude. That's fucking savage.
I guess you got to stay up to you got to keep with the times if you're a police force, a local police force, right? You got to
gotta try to do what you can.
Neat.
There's so much news about how police are now tracking people and catching people due to social media like Instagram and Twitter and things like that, because people beef over, like, motherfuckers are literally, as that video you showed the other day, talking about, yo, we here on Instagram, like you ain't gonna come do shit, and then the police show up and they're like, what? How'd they find out?
Yeah. I mean, there's also like a lot of rap songs that are like, yeah, we were on the street the other night killing all these bits. And it's like, well, one, if that's true, you just confessed everything in the song. 3, like, yeah, no, I sit here and just for research alone, while I do shit for the show, there's countless stories I come across that are like drug dealer, or not even drug dealer, just criminal caught, fucking, look at the loot I came up on, fucking Twitter photo, fucking house address, like, just stole this from the Walmart, or just scored this much or whatever, and you're like, okay, well, probably a bad idea to throw that on the Twitters, possibly, Yeah, also not to mention like tagging photos with GPS locations and whatnot, like it's all the stories are there all the time. But you know what? Yeah, it's all about getting them gram numbers.
Gotta get to that 10K followers, dog.
There is snow. Actually, that's a different part of it. That's a different bit later. Anyways, did I ever tell? I feel like I've held on to this story for a long time, but I'm not sure if I told it. It's about and bear with me. Embarrassing poo stories. Have I told this story? I feel like I haven't, and I've held on to it for a really long time. One, because this just goes back to the whole revamp of the podcast. Never felt right with the guests that we had on to throw this story into the mix. But it's good to preface it with. I mean, if you've ever had, and it doesn't have to be gross. It's just a situation where you've had an embarrassing moment regarding needing to either go to the bathroom or something like that. Everyone's been in the car, and you do that mental timer. You're like, I can make it 28 minutes. Like I can make it home. But then there's also that moment where and I think someone on a radio show once talked about this, or maybe someone I know talked about this. But the concept of, like, if you know that you're gonna have to pee, but you're in traffic or something, and you're like, okay, well, it's only gonna be an hour to get home. I can hold it. And you make that mental click in your head that within an hour you're gonna go to the bathroom. And then someone's like, well, then what happens when your car breaks down? And then at that point, you've already lit the fuse in your head that the shit's going to happen. So you're like, oh, damn. So whatever. So there's countless. This might have been a late night Discord story. I might have told this on late night Discord. But anyways, in the concept of talking about embarrassing stories and whatnot, there was an article that got put out, I think via Twitter actually, was which has gone down on the internet. This is actually in 2016, but it's gone down on the internet as the best, most embarrassing bathroom related story that's out there. And so I will mostly be reading some of this to you in a dramatic rendition because it is fantastic and should be shared on a show like this. So bear with me as much as this guy did. So basically, to preface the story, this gentleman that wrote this up, and this has been fully verified, whatever, if you care about whining about being fake or not. Basically, what happens is this guy works as an investment banker. He works with a team of people that work with companies that IPO. At some point, they do their big public offering. And before they go and do their big, we're on the stock exchange, come and buy us and everything, what most startups will do is they'll get a bunch of their lawyers and investment bankers together, and they will go do what they call a road show, where they will fly to a bunch of different towns and cities all over their areas and whatnot, and take other companies out that would be potential investors and drum up excitement and support for the big IPO. So as he describes it, it is a lot of very heavy drinking and socializing and, cigar smoking and waking up at 6 a.m. the next day to in a hangover to get on a shuttle and jump immediately onto a plane and then go to the next town, an hour over and continue it all again. And so, as you do, as he's used to, he had this one morning where, after a night of heavy drinking and whatnot, he woke up at 6:30, as I said, and for instance, attempted to get his head and body correct before having to get on the plane, and decided to down, the typical hotel fare of waffles, eggs, bacon, at least 2 glasses of full coffee, before hopping on the shuttle to the airport. Within a few minutes of arriving at the airport, the entire group is seated in the plane and begins to taxi down the runway, and he now notices that he did not do what he needed to do before leaving that hotel room, which is not a big deal. All he's got to do is sit back on the flight. It's about an hour and a half, and enjoy himself and sober up as he does and gets to the next place. When, as he sits back, discovers, I may not make it. Because at this point, he's now realizing in his soberness that he has a stomach full of dinner, dessert, drinks, eggs, waffles, coffee, churning around at 30,000 feet. And horror sets in as he looks around the 20-person G5 plane that he's in, which isn't like your typical.
Oh yeah. Okay, because I was gonna be like, well, just go in the bathroom, but yeah, small plane. So
small little short flight private jet and everything, and he's looking around and he does not see a bathroom. Nothing. No, he's at this point. He calls the
Stuart.
yeah, the flight attendant. About halfway through the flight, and he just describes it. About halfway through the flight, all the coffee in my stomach feels like it's percolating its way down into my lower intestine. He hunkers down and tries to focus on the things. What feels like an hour, but it's probably nothing more than 20 minutes pass. Then the plane hits violent turbulence. With each bounce, he's trying to fight his body, holding onto the one muscle that holds everything behind. But basically, he brings the flight attendant over and he asks, "Excuse me, where's the bathroom? I don't see one." And she says, "Oh, well, technically we have one, but we don't. It's just for emergencies. Like it's not actually a thing. Don't worry, we're gonna be landing soon. It'll be like 25 minutes, 30 minutes. We're gonna be landing." At this point, he tells her this pretty much qualifies as an emergency, and she notices the look in his eyes, and understands. As she then points to the back of the plane and nervously says, "It's over there." At this point, he says that she lit the fuse. She says, "If you pull away the middle back leather seat cushion from the seat, under there is the emergency toilet, and there's a small privacy screen that pulls up around it. But that's it," she says. At this point, he's like, "Yes, okay, sweet. There's a bathroom. I can do it." He turns around and, much to his oh shit, realizes that the person sitting in said seat is the CFO of the client that they're trying to pimp out. And not only that, but the female CFO of the company that they're trying to pimp out, their fucking female CFO client. So at this point, he says, as he's shambling like Quasimodo to the back of the airplane, everyone stops to turn around because they think he's become kind of well known as the party guy and the joker and everything. So they think that he's going to talk to the cool CFO, and so they want in on the joke. Everyone wants to know what's going on or listen in. So everyone is staring at him as he now asks this lady, "Please, can you move the seat? I have an emergency. There's a toilet under there." At which point she thinks he's joking and then realizes immediately that he's not, and hurriedly gets up and takes his seat as he pulls the leather seat off of there. At this point, he just makes jokes about how the fact that he's like, it was pristine wood cedar seat that he's like, there's never been touched. And like, yeah, and I'll spare you all the beautifulness of the story, but he does describe it in quite a hilarious, disgusting way as he does. But he says the best part as he's sitting there, with what seems to be an Alka-Seltzer bomb. The worst part is that as all of that's happening and the turbulence in the plane, he says it was like sitting on a bucking bronco toilet as he's trying to handle his business. The privacy screen only comes up to here, so he's in the private plane handling his business as he is now staring eye level as a disembodied head to coworkers. Every person in the company that could possibly be like an ally or an adversary, and clients and everything. And he's just saying, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." And everyone is trying not to pay attention to the man behind the curtain. And he's like, the two people next to me I could put my arms on their shoulders. They're so close to me in the privacy seat. I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic story.
Look, if we ever get to that point, handle your business. You know what I mean? We don't judge, but in that situation, those people judge.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be that guy for the rest of your experience. I love it. I thought it was a fun dkgWELP story.
Yeah. No, those people judge hard, dog. Like fucking Catherine, 3 rows up. She's like, "Oh, I'm using this. I'm coming for your fucking job." Like,
there needs to be a cartoon.
She's excited that you just shit on a plane, dog.
I don't even like going to the bathroom on a normal plane. I couldn't. Ooh.
I don't like going to the bathroom in public, let alone on a plane. I sat my fucking ass through an international flight with the thought of like, in 10 hours, I'll be able to go to the bathroom. Like,
10 hours.
like, I landed in God, like, I had never been so goddamn happy to be in America because I was like, you know what? I'm lifting my public bathroom ban because I'm going to the goddamn bathroom.
Bob Guy says too big to shit on a normal plane. No, I'm there with you, man. There's a reason why, like, I treat a flight like I'm getting surgery the next day. Like, I don't eat, I don't drink coffee, I don't drink liquor. Like, until I'm on the plane and I know that it's going to take its time to do anything. Like, I am cleared to fly. I am. There's nothing that could go wrong. And then I even just double check before getting on that plane. I'm like, just in case, I'm gonna go take some time. I'm gonna read a magazine or something.
Like, there's like, because I'm one of those, like I guess a plane bathroom wouldn't be as bad because it's usually just you in that bathroom and then maybe somebody waiting to use that bathroom. But like, the constant fear of me being in a bathroom and then somebody walking in and having to be like in ear, smell, or sight of those things that are happening, like, just.
I guess I usually don't care about public restrooms. I do have the fear because there's something about public restrooms that are always like, I've been in plenty that have like it's a millimeter where the door latch is just holding the door on, and people come up and they're just like, is there anyone in there? And you're like, Jesus Christ, all of the walls are gonna come down. Fucking big bad wolf, like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And it's like, you just stare at that latch. You're like, oh, it's not gonna hold. If someone pulls that handle, they're just not gonna hold. They're just gonna, God damn it. I'll fucking hold that shit with my feet. I'm like, fucking don't. That's true. We all poop. It's all good. Whatever. That's the way.
We do, but like, it's a private thing for some people, man. Like, some people just don't like. It's just you gotta, because you gotta get to a certain mental place sometimes to poo, and that's what it is for me. I don't know about other people. I gotta get to a certain place. I'm like, okay, you know what? And as soon as like it's like, I don't know, it's like doing something that just like, as soon as somebody disturbs you, you're like, well, I'm done forever. I can't now. Like,
I just fall asleep. That's all. let the body do what it does best. Just good night.
Like, at home, it's whatever. Like, I can poo at home. If I'm in a hotel, it's whatever too, because it's like, I got to, and it's just like, I'm gonna spend this time on Instagram or Twitter or whatever. But like, in a Walmart, I'm just, I fear for my life. I gotta go in that bathroom. Like, I can't. I'm scared.
Okay. I'm done with the poo talk. I'm gonna move on to what we're I guess at this point. I mean, Kaz, do you have concepts of what you want to do with the second half of the show, the B side, if you will?
B block.
Yeah.
I have ideas, but I didn't bring one yet because I gotta flesh them out a little more.
Well, so I have some trivia stuff that I can never fit in, as I mentioned before on the previous show, stuff that I can never fit in with the three group kind of thing, or it would be a weird dynamic. And we've done some of these sometimes, but I just gonna bring these. These are just trivias that I'm going to basically. I'm gonna kind of work on how to decide how to do this, but basically these are going to be pure guesses for you. I'm going to put you on the spot and ask you a numerical question, not a math question, but like a question that has a numerical answer, like how many marbles are in a jar or whatever, and you're going to try to come up with the answer. And these are all true trivia facts and whatever. And I was kind of contemplating throwing this around in my head, but I couldn't really nail down how to do this. And if you have an idea or whatever, feel free to say it either in the chat or email the show. But I kind of want the concept to be more chat related. So I was thinking of ways of doing it. Like, for instance, we can just have the chat spew answers while after the question is answered, and you can kind of see what your response would be compared to theirs. And we can just, play fanfare for whoever, gets closest. Or I was contemplating, and this would take prior work, but we could do something like during the week I could throw out something that you wouldn't look at, of course, but it would be like a Google Doc form with people that can answer, and we can do it average, like, so you versus the audience, would be like, I would take all of the answers that the audience came up with over the course of the week, and then you can answer your question and see whoever gets closer based on the average. Or there's also the concept, if we had a guest or whatever, maybe even then, maybe not, but you can pick someone in the chat, and then it would be like you versus that one person. Or later, when I have the call-in stuff set up, we could have someone call in and for each question, and then they can fight you on the answer, kind of thing.
I like that. Yeah.
Would be kind of cool. It would be obviously indicative of having people that want to be voiced. So yes, chocolateonions.dkgtv is the perfect place to get the emails to. But so now, I guess, so for now, I'm gonna leave it open. Actually, it's just where you guys can just go ahead and answer along with Kaz. Try not to look these up because it's more fun if you just play along in the chat. But I'm just gonna ask Kaz some fun little random fun facts about the world. And
how many individual ramens are in a pack of ramen?
Exactly. I mean, these are very much close. I'm now gonna look that up and fucking ask you at some point, just so you know. So for the first one, for instance, there is, according to the Guinness World Records,
Okay.
how many followers on Instagram does the most followed raccoon have?
The most followed raccoon.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How many followers do you think that the most followed raccoon has?
Okay, so it's over the limit, or over the.
It's got to be something big, right? Because otherwise it'd be dumb.
It has to be an influencer.
He's an influencer raccoon, right?
Yeah, so it's over 10K.
Does he get invited to the parties and shit? The YouTube parties?
Fuck yeah. I'm gonna say like 50. Like, I'm comparing in my head like YouTubers to like other shit. And it's a raccoon. People fucking love raccoons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I'm thinking of that age demographic. So like Pet Vet, like motherfuckers.
Oh God,
like that.
Pet would be all over this raccoon.
So
goddamn trash, fucking ninja, trash bandit.
Like 200. Is it 1,000 or million though? Like,
I mean, so I'm just gonna read some chat to you. I mean, Funky's got 5 million. Jen says 36,000.
That's too
Funk
low.
says it's definitely got to be at
too...
least 1 million. I don't really.
36 is too low. Like I could do some dumb shit and have 36 tomorrow. So like, that's.
I was gonna say I got some YouTube videos with like 37,000 views on them and shit. Like, that's not hard to achieve.
I'm gonna say, you know what? I'm gonna go with what Jen said, because that's where my head is at, like around the 300, 200K.
Okay. The answer is 1.5 million.
Fuck.
The raccoon's name is Pumpkin, and he lives in the Bahamas. Of course, I have his website up, or his Instagram. He's not even that fucking cool of a raccoon. Like, none of this is special. So what the fuck? And I'm calling you out, Pumpkin, okay? And all of you pumpkinites, or whatever your community is called. Step your shit up.
Hold on. Scroll back to the top. This motherfucker is verified.
Oh yeah,
He's
in the Guinness World Records. He's a fucking Barbados, Bahamas fucking raccoon, man, named Pumpkin. And friends.
This motherfucker is more than an influencer, okay? Like, fucking companies pay him just to be fucking Pumpkin.
Holding a fucking McDonald's bag or a fucking Wendy's McNugget or something. Yeah, no, it's raccoon and friends. Okay, some of these are not raccoons. You get them open by you. You're gonna write a letter to Instagram, to the old gram.
No, I'm mad now.
I mean, he's living a better life than I am, and that's a lot. Let me get a little fucking raccoon cake and shit. Raccoon donut pile. Raccoon handstands.
You know how much I gotta fucking like wordplay people to get even fucking 4 people to comment on a post? Not enough to not even the likes, right? The likes are one thing, but like to get people to comment on a fucking post takes a lot of fucking work.
Yeah.
This motherfucker has like 2K comments on like fucking eating breakfast with the bros.
We've put out 600 hours of live video and audio content, and we have like 15 reviews. Okay, and that's a lot. Like that's actually impressive in my opinion. But that, I mean, this raccoon. I think we're just not posting enough raccoons. I think we need to have a raccoon fact every damn day that we do a show at this point. Like fucking, who's the Instagram raccoon of the week? What do you got, Kaz? Big Voice Jay, if you're listening, I need a sound bumper for raccoon fact. DKG raccoon fact. It'd be great. Anyways, onward. I got plenty of these. Not as of them are all animals. All right, Kaz, you have to do some. Might have to do actually some math on this one. According to, and this is like a 2017 article. How many Lego bricks are in the world?
Ooh.
I'm actually going to save you, and I don't know if you want to answer this other way, but the actual original concept for this question, it was how many Lego bricks per person. So you'd have to take how many Lego bricks in the world and then divide it by the amount of people in the world, kind of thing. It's a dumb way to look at it. So I'm just going to go back to what I originally said and actually pretend like I didn't say this at all. How many Lego bricks are in the world? Average. I mean, not average, but of course, like what they can estimate.
Right, because that's weird, right? Because they're constantly producing Lego bricks, so there's always going to be more.
And as I researched this, Lego bricks are. I didn't find the actual number, but like their half-life is just stupid. They're made from plastic and in a way to never break down. So they are made to be inherited, and they are made to last. So shit that was made in the 60s is still kicking around in the world.
Ooh. 40 billion.
Chat's all over the place in this one. 30 trillion, 100 billion, 4.6 trillion.
All right, no. I'm not going to say billion. I'm going to say 300 million.
Legos.
Yeah.
Okay.
I had to get low for that one.
There are 471.2 billion.
Fuck.
And it would be enough that there is enough Legos in the world to everyone could be, if they redistributed the Lego wealth, everyone in the entire Earth currently with our numbers would have 62 Legos.
All right.
You're off by a couple zeros. It's cool. It's fine. It's not made to be a thing that you have to get accurate. Next fact. According to Guinness, once again, how many years did the world's oldest cat live?
In cat years or
in actual fucking Earth rotates around the sun fucking years? Okay.
25.
You know, if you feel hard on this one, huh? I'm going to say I love Luna to death, but I don't want to deal with 25 years of a cat, dude. Okay. Like, I don't want a cat that I get in my teens to last until I'm having kids and shit, man. Like, cats are supposed to be like 12, right? Or like 15, maybe? If you're lucky? Right? I'm looking down at her now, too, and I'm like, she's already like 8 at this point. How old's your cat, Cass?
5? 4? 5.
25. God damn. All right. Oldest cat, 38 years.
Ooh, that was a hard off on that one.
30 goddamn 8 years. If you can imagine that.
I guess Reggie was the closest with 32.
You have to know too that like the last 20 years of that cat's life wasn't fun. Like that, he must have been a dick. Like just an old shitty fucking cat. Just waiting to kick it.
He's blind and deaf, so you have to just put food in his mouth, but he will attack you as well.
But
it's okay.
Our little
precious.
our little pumpernickel. He actually had lost all feeling and all nerves on his body, so he just rolls into the oven every now and then, and it's life. It's really great for him. He doesn't breathe on his own, so you have to squeeze him every now and then. Anyways, yeah, I thought that was fun for cat lovers. All right, so this. God, I wish you could. Oh, no, you can just double click it. Sweet. According to the Encyclopedia Britannica.
Ooh, all right.
Approximately how many stone blocks makes up the Pyramid of Giza? And that would be, just because I had to look it up just to make sure, that one.
Oh, okay. not what popped into my head. Okay.
Those little black flecks at the bottom of the screen, those are people. It is a great pyramid.
I think
it's not a lesser pyramid.
I'm sorry. How many bricks are in this pyramid?
Yeah. How many stone blocks?
How many blocks would this?
I told you some of these are like, guess the fucking jelly beans in the jar. Fucking, like.
How many blocks would this take to build in Minecraft?
It's not. Yeah, not one of the Jake's lesser pyramids of Egypt. It's a great pyramid. I'm gonna get the hint of the sense of scale of the people standing at the bottom of it. Are you fucking mathing?
I am a little bit mathing right now. I'm not gonna lie to you.
You know the formula for calculating the volume of a pyramid.
Well, I'm trying to think how many. Right. So I'm trying to think how many bricks could one slave carry his lifespan. You know what I mean? And then die. So then you got to replace him. And then how long does it take to replace that slave to carry more bricks? So I'm gonna say
you have limited access to people.
Of like 3,000 slaves, 8 bricks a day, or eight blocks of stone a day. 300,000.
I think who said 300? Someone else said 300,000. You got 200,000 from Jen, 60K from Sunbun. 120K, 1,200 for. Is it hollow? I don't actually think it's hollow because that feels like it would fall into itself. Being a great pyramid, I'm pretty confident a pyramid is just a thing they put on top of where they buried somebody. So underneath is the stuff. So it's a full pyramid. It has rooms. All right, whatever. I've never been inside of a pyramid, to be honest. I know it's surprising, but yeah. Encyclopedia Britannica clocks it in at 2.3 million bricks.
Right.
It's a lot of fucking bricks, yo. These are societies from a long ass time ago.
Those poor people that were just whipped to carry those blocks over there.
This is what I was shooting for, guys. This is why I kind of enjoyed the concept of the trivia games, but it was more of like I want to give you a show with funny news stories and fun facts you can share around the water cooler at work. So here you go. Now you've got something to talk about on Monday morning. This is a big good one for Mr. Sports Odds and Ends creator. You can check that out at sportsoddsandsends.pizza. According to 2010 study done by according to a 2010 article in the old Wall Street Journal, in an average NFL football game,
oh shit,
how many total minutes is the ball actually in play?
Fuck.
Some shit you should know, John Madden. Let's go. We got some of the
17.
chat coming in. Miller's coming in with 12. Bob Callie's 11. Someone's 5. His funk area is 15 minutes 37. What's a game clock? Right, it's 60 minutes, right?
Yeah, it's about 60 minutes.
They got a halftime.
Well, so you got halftime. You have the quarters that are broken down into 15-minute quarters. or 20-minute quarters, whatever the fuck it is. Fuck off. And then you have timeouts, but then you still have like play clock. Then you have to call the ball is dead in certain situations. Sometimes the play clock
Timeouts
just
and
runs.
whatnot.
Now it also defines what's in play because generally the ball is always in play.
I
You know
think
what? I'm gonna go 45 minutes. 32 minutes. 32 minutes. That's my final offer. Is 32 minutes. That's where I lock in.
According to the 2010 study by the Wall Street Journal, the ball is in play for 11 minutes on average.
Fuck. I should have stuck with my first thing.
Miller jumped in at 12 pretty hard at the beginning right there. 11 minutes of time. The hell else are they doing the entire time? Okay.
Literally nothing, which is why no one watches football right now. It's actually a really big thing that they're trying to change.
Yeah, Bob Kelly did
Is
have
the
it.
fact that no one fucking watches football because nothing is ever happening. They go, all right, oh, and he got hit. And we're going to go to a 15 fucking hours of commercial, and then we'll be back to this game.
I experienced it. I got really into the football during our fucking fun DKG fantasy football times, and a lot of that is spent playing Overwatch, waiting for the game to kick back in. Then you watch a cool play, and you're like, "Woo!" That's that red zone.
That's why red zone is great.
You watch 25 games at the same time over the course of the same amount of time.
And a play is actually happening, and then you have that poor man going, a man blew his ACL in that game. I guess that's news. Let me look at our big screen.
There is more time, I think, with men being pulled off the field in gurneys than the ball's in play. Like there is more time with people spent on their back holding their knees than the ball's in play. That's what it is, Nuts. That's what red zone is, though. It's they only cut to the shit when it's happening. It's pretty good. All right. According to the Guinness World Record, once again, it's nonstop plethora of information from that little.
Yeah, I feel like that's where a lot of this is going to come from.
What is the highest number of miles ever driven on one vehicle? And I'll give you that. It's a car.
Highest number of miles driven on one vehicle.
Yeah,
wow.
This is the same vehicle, so there's no replacing the engine. I will say that after looking it up and getting the information from it, the engine has had work done on the inside, but it's the same.
Is it a
exact engine
car?
I don't think that's cheating, so no, it's not an American car.
It's probably a fucking Hyundai Sonata.
It's probably a fucking Nissan Sentra, my boy. Let's do it. Yes, you can totally replace the engine. I'm saying what we're talking about here in this actual Guinness record is the same engine. It's just been worked on.
I'm gonna say because after a while, doesn't the thing just roll over? Like,
yes.
So you'd have to keep track of that. I feel like
I mean, I'll throw in right now that my car is now about to hit. I'm now in the last 1,000 miles to 200K. Feeling pretty good about that. This is my second car to hit 200K.
I'm gonna say 2 mil.
2 million miles.
Yeah. I mean, you either have to be ridiculous to be in the Guinness Book of World Records, or you just happen to have called them on a bad day. So it's either 2 million or 12, right? Like,
12 is the car. Yeah, all right. I'll throw it out. It is clocked in at 3,039,122 miles. It is a 1966 Volvo 1800S. Mech called that hard early. He said it's either a Merc or I think a Mercedes or a Volvo. But Jeebus. Yeah, no, this article that this guy had, or they wrote up on this guy, was pretty interesting. He's from Alaska. He drives a 125-mile commute daily to his teaching job, or at least he did when he was younger. He loves driving. He takes care of it. He's had the engine worked on twice over the course of the entire life of the car, and replaced the who's its and what's its and nozzles as they needed, and, spark plugs and whatever. But nothing dramatic and nothing crazy. Motherfucking car just keeps on trucking. That's not a commute. That's some bullshit, right?
This motherfucker is moving every time he goes to work.
But yeah, Volvo came out and they registered that his all the serial numbers and everything in the components match the original sales receipt and all the stuff that he had for his warranty originally, and it's verified. Nutso to the butso, onward and upward.
He's going to a different. He's going to like through 3 states every time
Alaska.
he goes to fucking. Fuck that lifestyle, bro.
He loves driving.
Learn to fucking fly. All right, learn a new hobby.
Fly
Get a plane.
You imagine waking up late and you're like, I'll be there in 4 hours. I'll fucking tell me.
You.
Shit. Nah, I'm not coming in today. Yeah.
There's days where you're like, no, I'm not driving 100 miles today. Fuck those kids.
I'm tired. Fuck that.
Bro, I struggle to go 8 miles. Like, no. Just no. Just
Yeah,
no.
I don't like going
Just
around the
no.
block. I don't like driving 2 miles to the fucking the 7-Eleven. Yeah, 120 miles isn't that far in San Diego. I mean California, but whatever. It is what it is.
Like there are days I've literally said to myself, I gotta go back to the store that's 5 minutes away. Fuck it, I don't care. I'm leaving my wallet there. Like, steal my identity.
I'll buy a new one. Fuck it. All right, so a little bit more easier one that can actually calculate with smarts. According to the Iowa State University,
okay. No.
How many kernels are on an average ear of corn? You've eaten an ear of corn. You know what an ear of corn is, right? I was trying to think of like how many kernels are in a popcorn bag, but like, is that technically a whole corn? I feel like you're eating a lot of corn.
One corn, yeah.
But I've seen some big ass corn kernels.
45.
45 kernels. You can look at chat. I mean,
I mean, fuck them.
45.
Like that's probably
that's like one strip.
Like baby corn, right? That's probably like a baby corn. Let's multiply that by 2 because I'm thinking about like baby corn. 210. I'm gonna go with a 210, a hard 210.
The answer is 575. The average ear of corn.
Okay, I've never seen corn in my life. Apparently, I don't fucking
You
know.
just misestimate the how much it takes to cover the surface.
Baby corn, I don't know, like
or some big ass fucking corn, like some fucking GMO fucking corn that's it's just the size of your fucking fist.
I only eat organic corn grown by monks. Fucking.
According to Smithsonian Magazine, of our entire time awake in a day, the average human, that you're awake, what percentage of that time
is spent pooing?
Do you spend blinking? Now you're very aware of your own blinks. Everyone is very aware of their own blinks.
You spend blinking? Bro.
So I'm just like thinking, imagining most people spend, is it, I guess, average like 6 to 8 hours sleeping for what you're supposed to, I guess.
Yeah.
So a day of waking time was like 12 hours.
Yeah, 12 hours.
I mean, 18 hours. So if you want to do it on time. Blinking is so fast, man. Just time your blinks right now, guys, and then multiply it by the time that you're awake, and then take a percentage of that.
$6 hours.
Which is percentage.
Oh, percentage. So out of 100%, I'm gonna say 40%.
Okay. The answer is 10% of your waking time you're spent blinking. I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. I just thought you have a little fun fact. Keep it. It's a lot. It seems like a lot of time. It seems like a lot of life wasted around. I guess not wasted. I mean, you do other things while you blink. Hey, it's the Smithsonian, Curtis. I didn't pull these out of my ass. And I'll give you your final one, which you will hate me for. But it's life. But some of the people in chat will help you on this one. Maybe you can all work together and come up with one final answer. How many total words are in all 7 of the Harry Potter books?
Oh, fuck.
I'm sorry. It was a question that came up on a list, and I thought it was fun to grab. Chat's got your back on this one. Enough words. Thanks, Nixel. You put all 7 books back to back. How many words are in those botanicals?
These are pretty thick books from what I remember, right?
They continue to get thicker too, yeah, as you get up to the 7th one.
And you have to account for. See, when they say in the book, right? Do they just mean the story itself? Because there's all those bullshit pages in books. There's the fucking thank you, the fucking the writers fucking bullshit, the fucking like descriptors, like
all that bullshit. Yes, how many words are in the books? You average it anyways. It's close. Adding those things is not going to get you much. It's like 100 here or there.
2.5 million words.
1,084,170.
Okay, I was over.
Some people got close.
I was gonna say 1.5, but that seemed lowballing with all the made-up ass words in there.
I mean, I knew what I was getting into.
Counting the made-up ass words, because if they're not, see, that would have changed it if I knew they were counting actual words, not made-up words.
Name one made-up word that's from the Harry Potter series.
Expelliarmus coelus.
If you can
Harry
spell
Potter.
that, that's the title of the episode.
Hermione.
Ron
Weasley.
You know more about the Potters than I ever thought. Look at you.
I work in a fucking bookstore.
Ooh, personal information.
You learn these things.
Yeah. That is what I have to bring for what I will Papadopoulos. Yeah, that's going to be a future bit of some kind of Kaz versus the team kind of thing. So yeah. Next week, Kaz quizzes Curly. That would require Kaz to do work.
No, I don't want to just reverse the bit. I have another bit for Curly. Actually, so I'll tell you what the bit is now, and then people can start sending me things to help me out with this. I love telling Curly things about the world that he doesn't know. Mm-hmm. So it would be a give Curly like a thing that young people or the internet or just people in general are now doing as a normal thing, and then explain it to Curly, and then get his hot take on it. All
right, let's just embarrass me all the time. We'll check the email in a second.
Yeah. Because there are things that I was reading up on that people are doing that even I am like, what the fuck, why? Like,
So
like,
so
there's
well, go ahead.
where people do like these cold weather exercises that are basically a diet kind of thing, where basically you do all these weird breathings and then you do things in cold weather, like you work out in cold weather, and then you persistently, to keep your body in this state of cold whatever, you take cold showers and all this shit. Like,
It sounds like a white people thing. I mean, I'm just gonna call it like I sees it. That sounds like a great bit for what weird shit white people do again. Christ. Yeah. So I wanted to pull back the curtain once more as we continue this episode. That is our sort of beta E, whatever. But if you have ideas for bits and stuff like that you think would be fun for, like Gabby says, she would like, at least the tables turned a bit where Kaz has some kind of game or some kind of thing prepared for me that I'm unawares of. That would be fun. We've always wanted to do that, but we never really had a great format for it, or we didn't really plan for it because, I either set these up during the week or whatever. But we can do that. So email the show or tweet us or put it in the Discord in the podcast room or whatever, and we'll do it. I have a bunch of formatted trivia that I remember originally collecting for the said game show that we were rolling around ideas for many years ago. That is I always put it aside because it was separate from normal trivia, but there is a whole section of pre-formatted open source database sort of style. What do you call that? Family Feud style things where they've already pre-surveyed people for the answers of, so you can then, like, what's something you do before bed, and it's already got a list of like responses that were popular, and so we could play. And this is one of the things I was kicking around for today too, but I'm figuring I want to tool it around more, or maybe get your guys' input on it. But having Kaz try to nail those in, and then maybe having a call-in person try to either give one answer to beat any of his that might be in there, kind of thing. I don't know. There's a whole bunch of options and ideas that we can roll around, and again, we have the freedom of doing it now. Yeah, I would love to open bay you. I want to do it based on the DKG community. The trouble is, with the size of the community and with the size of the viewership, I feel like it's jumping into a bit that we need to be bigger to chew on for doing something like that. Like I would like the idea of polling you guys, but there's going to be weeks, and it's not anything that, I mean, to sound bad or anything, but there's going to be weeks where only 2 people click on the link, and it wouldn't work if that happens, and that's just the way that it goes. Sometimes engagement is high and sometimes engagement is low, and you have to prepare for that when you do a smaller show like this. But I would love to. Maybe I can just get out there and like do it as actually messaging everyone I know and being like, "What's your opinion on these items?" and forcing it out of everybody. But we'll see. I mean, all those options
attach it to your email signature.
Yeah. I can't just put it out there. Just start cold calling people. Like, it'd be great.
Like, here's my resume. While you're at it, click this link.
It's Open Bayou. Open Bayou. I don't care. I mean, I care, but you know me. I get stuck on one way of reading a name. I still call Curtis Curly Q every now and then. That's life. It's hard. I had to break it when I was staring at his fucking face. It gets really weird when you call someone by the wrong name and they're looking at you. Anyways, yeah, that's I think that's good for today. We have emails. We're gonna still, obviously, I'm not gonna make an email segment every show or anything like that. But apparently someone said to check the email. Apparently Big Voice Jay actually might have heard our request. That might be a, oh god, yep, there's a fucking thing in the goddamn thing. Have not listened to this, but we trust the old Big Voice Jay to always make great things. So he just sent me a thing called Squirrel Facts.
It's your world and I'm just a squirrel.
Squirrel facts.
All right. I mean, it was a raccoon, but
Look, hey, bro, you get one.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, I don't. Again, whatever flows down from Mount Olympus. Who am I to judge?
But you don't get muted because theirs is dun, 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 and ours is.
I'm gonna if I had a wild hair up my ass, I'd go and edit the podcast for later and just throw squirrel up over raccoon for the entire opening bit at this point. I'm gonna play it again because it's really fucking good.
It's your world and I'm just the squirrel.
Squirrel facts.
I just love that hard, just squirrel facts. That's what you get. Love it. Perfect. And so that's how we'll open our raccoon section of the story. And we'll get all those haters. Did you just fucking refer to my raccoon as a squirrel? How squirrels and raccoons are quite different.
They're in the same family, right? They're fucking trash animals.
I mean, probably one's probably like a wolf breed, and one is a puma or something. Like, there's like weird fucking like families. Like a fox isn't like a dog, right? It's like a fox is something weird, I think. I don't know. This is going to turn into a fucking thing that I'm going to regret saying any more words at. So,
pretty sure foxes are part of the dog
something's
family.
fucking weird about foxes. They're actually not like something that you think they are.
They're just a weird cousin of dogs, but I don't
think it's true. I think I read this fact somewhere. But
I've seen that YouTube video.
It's something weird. Like, look it up. I think like foxes are like the bee family or something. Like it's something like stupid like that. Like they're actually. It turns out they're actually bees.
Actually, foxes are birds. Okay, when fucking.
Something like that. I don't know. Fucking trash pandas or whatever they are. Raccoons. Thank you, Big Voice Jay, for that hot take in the middle of the show. You managed to produce that from when I asked for it to now. You are a golden god. And also thanks for all the bumpers and whatnot. But that is a show, ladies and gentlemen. I do want to say thanks to you guys for bearing with us as we do this transition and change through a bunch of our things right here at the apex of 100-ish episodes. I don't think I numbered any of our E3 coverage episodes and stuff. I don't think I numbered. I just put them in there like bonus episode. Yeah.
Those I mean, those count to the like overall, but like those aren't real.
And so if you want to go really crazy on it, if you're a number fucking enthusiast, like we're probably like 105 or something. And there's a couple lost episodes out there, so it doesn't matter anyways. But this is officially DKG Volume 2. So share it, spread it, catch it.
Bigger and better. Better than Deadpool 2. Less fourth wall jokes. So yeah, do that. Follow us on iTunes, follow us on Stitcher, Google Play, all those places that you can get podcasts. Make sure you come back each and every week. We'll hopefully have a show for you. If not, just join us throughout the week here on DKG over at twitch.tv, where you can see Curly play games, me sneezing, and all the other things that you can follow there. And so dkgtv.com is the website if you get a wild hair up your ass and want to use your browser for something other than Twitch. There you go. And if you're an audio listener, I love you more.